كنا حاسين ولا دارين إنه بعد هذاك اليوم كان حيكون آخر يوم أمان في حياتنا.
وفجأة في يوم من الأيام سمعنا صوت الطائرات.
I want people in my generation to start using their voices and raise awareness what is happening in Yemen.
Yemen's been labelled the world's worst humanitarian crisis. But when 60% of its population is under 25, what's it actually like growing up there?
Yemen before the war was really beautiful. We had lots of mountains, there was lots of greenery, you could grow fruit like everywhere.
عايشين يعني وسط بيئة نخرج نلعب في الشارع بدون إنه ما نخاف يجي صاروخ يكسف علينا فجأة.
بعد ما روحنا المدرسة أنا وأصحابي كنا نروح نلعب كرة قدم وغماية وشد الحبل وفتاتير.
We can hear Saudi coalition airplanes flying overhead. Everyone in the house is really nervous. I'm Nawal Al-Maghafi, and I've been reporting on my home country of Yemen for the BBC for nearly 10 years now. Yemen's been troubled by civil war for decades, but violence intensified in late 2014 between Yemen's internationally recognized government and a Houthi rebel movement.
بدينا نسمع أصوات صواريخ وانفجارات وكذا، إحنا استغربنا إيش هذا يعني ما قد سمعناش بهذه الأصوات من قبل.
The Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, took control of the capital city Sana'a. The president asked for help from Saudi Arabia, who, with other countries, tried to take power from the Houthi rebels and reinstate the government which had fled.
أبي ما كانش يقدر يروح الشغل لأن الطريق مقطوع.
5 years of conflict have forced 3.5 million people to flee their homes, including my own sister, who was on one of the first flights out.
Leaving Yemen was probably the hardest and most painful thing I've ever gone through. I didn't just leave school, I also left my family, I left my friends. You know, it really impacted me a lot and it was really hard.
There's been a lot of controversy about the part other countries play in this conflict, with countries like the UK, the US and France selling arms to Saudi Arabia, despite concerns that they could be used against civilians in Yemen.
Experiencing the conflict from afar has always made me feel just quite guilty because, you know, I was there once, so it makes me feel, you know, why did I get to leave? What did I do to deserve it? You know, why me and not, you know, my cousins, my friends? And it just kind of makes me really upset sometimes, just knowing that I don't have the power to help them.
أنا دائما أشوف بالتلفزيون كيف عايشين أطفال العالم وبأمان، ما فيش خوف عندهم، ما فيش أصوات رصاص. لما أشوف هذا الخبر هذا المشهد قلبي ينقهر على بلادنا وأطفالها.
As well as the airstrikes, 2 in 3 Yemenis aren't able to buy food.
والكهرباء طفيت والبترول والغاز معدوم.
طبعا بتكون أيامنا إحنا اليمنيين كلها عادية، لأنه سبب الفقر، سبب الكورونا، سبب الحرب. أصلا إذا جينا نخرج ما بش منتزهات اللي نخرج لها بتكون جميلة.
We've now seen what it's like to live through one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. But what do the young people want you to know about their country?
أشتي الناس إنهم يبصروا اليمن بصورة جميلة جدا. صح إن اليمن عايشة في حرب، بس رغم هذا اليمن مثابرة وشعبها صامد ومتفائل جدا بالحياة.
It's completely unfair for them to be paying the price for something that they didn't even, you know, commit.
أملي كبير إن اليمن ترجع زي ما كانت وأفضل إن شاء الله.
If you found that video interesting, there's a lot more to watch and talk about on our channel. So for all updates on everything BBC My World, subscribe here.